Hey there, thanks for joining us. We're going to kind of wing this. We've got a big announcement. Some of you have already heard this. You heard it on Sunday. But the big announcement has to do with Joseph and with Sheila. These are two people that we have come to love very dearly. And we've been praying now for quite a few months that God would guide Joseph and Sheila in terms of their call and where to be ministering, because some opportunities have opened up for them. And so we've got some great news and some sad news that we want to share with you. The great news is doors of opportunity are opening up for them in North Carolina. You're going to hear about that in just a sec. The sad news is they're going to be leaving us, and we are going to miss them tremendously. Joseph, why don't you just share with us what opportunities have come your way and what you and Sheila are going to be doing?
Yeah, thanks, Dwayne. We have accepted a role. I am going to be an area pastor at Hope Community Church in Raleigh, North Carolina. So I'll be working out of one of their campuses there and really being a pastoral support and shepherd for a span of care for an area, a group of people in that associated with that church. And we're super grateful for the opportunity. I'm really humbled. We feel a lot of peace and excitement around it. And as you would expect, it's bittersweet. We're beyond grateful for this church and the love and the support, obviously, of the staff and great friends like Dwayne and Tim and the rest of the staff, the elders and their support through this process, but also for every single one of you, folks that we've called friends and family, really, for these last 8 years we've been a part of Deer Creek. So it's definitely bittersweet. We're feeling that right now. We look forward with a lot of joy, a lot of excitement, but we also have so much... I guess you would just say reflection and lament, maybe even, just for saying goodbyes. And it hurts to say goodbye. And we've been talking. It's a good hurt, though. It's a good sign that it hurts so much to say goodbye, because that means the depth of relationship here has been really meaningful, really impactful for us.
Yeah, I totally agree. That's why I say this is great news, but it's sad news. We feel like with Joseph and Sheila, we've been able to co-labor with people we love, and your ministry, the ministry of both of you, has been so deep and wide here at Deer Creek Church, and you've impacted us and brought health and on so many different levels in so many different ways. And then there's the piece of just friendship. That won't change, but what will change is getting to see you and work alongside you. And Tim, why don't you talk a little bit about what some of your thoughts are, and even what's the time frame we're talking about here?
Yeah. So just to let everybody know, there's no secret behind the scenes. What's the real scoop here or story here at all? This is a conversation that the three of us have actually had for maybe about a year. In terms of Joseph starting to feel a stirring from God, in terms of is there something else that they're supposed to be pursuing? Looking into Joseph is a great leader, and so there have been other opportunities actually in the past where they didn't feel like it was something they should pursue, but this time they felt a stirring and an opportunity presented itself, and they felt God calling them to take this opportunity. So we wish they weren't, but we are happy for them to go and do this. They live at 7923 Depew. And so if
that was scarily close. That's not true, but that's very close.
So I've heard you can't drive on tires that are slashed. So if you want to kind of just take care of that, they'll have to stay. We've considered other strategies like.
I just think it's so gracious of you two guys to volunteer to do not just the moving, but the packing too. For you guys and your families to volunteer, that's remarkable. That's a lot of great.
We've considered other strategies like not allowing him to leave presbytery, putting him under church discipline. There's a variety of things we've thought through.
Nothing has worked though.
So anyways, it is bittersweet. It's been 6 years on staff.
6 years on staff, and a couple before that as members of this church. And boy, again, we are so certain that God is at work in this, not just for our family, but for Deer Creek as well. And that always makes all the difference.
Yeah.
We've seen that, we've lived that, and I mean it. We could not be more grateful as a family for this church, for each and every one of you.
Before you leave, we're going to get Joseph up here on the platform again and get to sit under his teaching ministry September 30th. And that'll also be a time when we'll go into some of the details. There'll be a little bit of restructuring taking place around the fact that some of the things that Joseph has been overseeing, others of us are going to have to share at this point, but we do have a plan for that, and we'll share some of those details with you going forward.
Yeah, and in God's providence, even Daniel and Hannah Nealon joined the staff family here just a week ago. That's something that's been in the works for 6 months. And this opportunity for Joseph just came up in about the last month. And so we see God's timing and his hand in all of this, no matter how much we don't love having to make these announcements or have this situation. God is at work, and we get to respond to that.
And so we would ask you to pray with us in this transition. Pray for Joseph and Sheila. They've got to sell a place and pack up and drive away and do all of that on slash tires. So be in prayer for them, in prayer for the church in this transition. And, we see God in it. This is the kingdom advancing, and good things are going to come. And we know that all kinds of fruit is going to be born in the lives and in the ministry of Joseph and Sheila where they're going. So we love these guys, and we wish them all of God's blessing. And it suffices to say we're just going to deeply, deeply miss them. So there's this piece of grieving, but it's grieving with a smile, I guess. So anyway, thanks for watching. More information to come. Thank you.